Welcome back to CHOWTIME Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video from It's a Gundam.
Bench. Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence.
It's easy to keep getting offensive rebounds when you keep rebounding your own missed shots.
Trying to pay off.
I love this game.
The WNBA has always been a joke. Did you know in the last 28 years of its entire existence, it's never generated a profit? Even
You know, I was at fantasy football with some friends, drafting and stuff, and one of them was just like, "It's gonna make a profit one year, watch." And I'm just like, it doesn't matter if it makes a profit one year. It's already lost for probably gonna be at least 35 years worth of losses.
Even Darkside
Before they
Phil
make
generates a profit, weirdly enough.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
WNBA loses $50 million every year and has never generated a profit. You deserve zero. Fans get harsh about the WNBA star statement.
This is all the more funny when you realize one of the league's most vocal players, who warms up by missing every shot, demands more money for her services.
Angela Reese hints at possible strike by the WNBA players. If y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out.
Yo.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we gotta get face the consequences.
What?
Damn, we gotta get it up.
Y'all gotta
like
do
y'all.
something. Y'all gotta do something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm
They
hurt.
are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meeting.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
Bad bitch.
If the WNBA ever gave these women $1 million contracts, this shit would go bankrupt so fast. Like, how much of a net loss can it operate at? I understand that the NBA owns 60% of it, but at this point, it has to be money laundering.
There's also contract negotiations that Jeff.
I feel like that's what the WNBA is for the NBA, is a big, massive tax write-off for the NBA.
Just went on that would have raised the base pay to $250,000 with a max of $1 million. All the women in the union reject.
We're not signing the new CBA offer. We want more of the NBA's money, Adam.
And I want hair and smaller ears. Just take the offer. The minimum salary is going to be $250K and the max will be $1 million.
$250,000 a year isn't enough. I need $250,000 every 365 days.
What the hell are you talking about, Angel? Do you have period brain right now?
We're not accepting till we get a 50-50 revenue split.
That's not even possible, Kelsey. The WNBA loses money and only owns 42% of their league. The rest is owned by the NBA and investors.
Then the NBA should give us some of their shares.
Ha! You can suck my big Jewish balls, rectangle face. This is the best offer you're gonna get.
Then we'll go on strike. Basketball isn't my only income. I just released my new sneakers that everyone is gonna wear, just like Jordan's.
Are they not drug testing you all?
Nope. Did you know that one of the members of Team USA played against Neon in a 1v1 back in April, and she got totally cooked by this dude?
What?
I saw a highlight. You were on Team USA?
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, I was.
Oh! By the way, check your stats. Chat, she averages 17 a game, bro. In the WNBA, I'm averaging like 1 point. Not even, probably.
I think we've seen this clip. But she ends up beating him at the end, but it doesn't look like she's really trying, so.
Please, miss.
I mean, I can't even say much because I can't shoot for crap either. These wrists are like trash.
Oh, damn.
The other funny thing is Caitlin Clark didn't make it to Team USA, and she's arguably the female version of Larry Bird.
All right. Here is Clark, splashing home a 3.
But she's hated by most of the black players, so they don't want to give her too much shine.
A
foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary?
Yeah.
Kennedy Carter.
The hell?
Why?
WNBA is a sport where literally, they had to have a timeout for a black woman losing a wig mid-game, dude. And then...
Really? Really?
During the timeout, while the woman was putting back on her wig, they kicked out somebody for laughing.
Here, as you can see,
they made fun of her for the situation on the floor.
It's a funny situation.
So a fan said something.
Wow.
The Phoenix Mercury bench heard it, and they did not like what was said.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic.
Right.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
It's such a shit sport, but it needs to be paid more money. Maybe this is what fueled Dildogate. Oh, by the way, here's a montage of Angela Reese herself giving you a masterclass of chucking more bricks than a bricklayer. And if you make fun of her, if you post videos of her chucking bricks, she will block you on Twitter because she looks herself up like a clout demon.
Pay us
Oh, really?
what you owe us. I'm not kidding. We'll sit out. Angela Reese. For the love of God, please sit out.
And then this woman is blocked.
In spite of all of this, Angela Reese made the cover of, what was it? NBA 2K
I can't even believe that.
2026 WNBA edition or some crap. To put it in YouTube terms, it's like when Boogie2988 got an award from the Gamer Awards because he exists. Being rewarded for being mid, if not below mid.
By the way, the WNBA is really, really progressive, and it's constantly virtue signaling.
With the light that I have now, as a white woman who leads a black-led sport and celebrated here, I want to show a light on black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve.
Really?
That's what makes America great, right, Pam Ward?
A few moments later.
I should rephrase that. Yes. But yeah, I did think.
Opinion are perfectly
Yes,
fine.
that's a better way to say it. Sorry about that.
Thank you guys for taking a minute to honor the life of George Floyd. George was a father, a brother, and a son. And his life, like every life, held meaning. His death exposed the holes that are still in our justice and criminal institutions today. And his 5-year anniversary reminds us that we must continue the fight against criminal, racial, and social injustices.
See, the WNBA is all about stopping criminal racism and social injustice, unless it comes to Caitlin Clark. Many of the women hate the shit out of this bitch, mainly because she's one of the only players that's any good, like legitimately good. But being white does not help her at all. Dude,
Nope.
Even The View tried to paint Caitlin Clark as getting a lot of press because she has pretty privilege and white privilege.
Pretty privilege? She mid.
Certainly. Isn't she lovely? She's gorgeous.
She mid.
Gorgeous.
Is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so the part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why
That got bailed out from Russia?
Why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay. Not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my point.
Yeah.
The WNBA loses $50 million annually, which means it's never turned a profit. In the past 28 years of existence, what other business in the U.S. history has never turned a profit, but somehow remained to stay open for almost 30 years? Sounds like privilege to me.
But at least the WNBA is now funny, thanks to Dildogate. This sport is so ass that fans chucking sex toys on the court gets more press, news,
That's what they're doing now?
and attention than the WNBA
I didn't know this.
finals ever has. This is the most I've seen anyone talk about the WNBA ever. Forever, ever, ever, ever. It all began on July 29th. The game was as riveting as getting your teeth cleaned for a man. Or if you're a lesbian, It was as heart-pounding as dodging a left hook from your partner over your secret Hinge profile.
No, there goes the dildo. That's terrible.
On August 1st, the second dildo dropped.
Got a whistle away from the basketball.
The third green dildo was allegedly thrown at Sophie Cunningham, leading to the arrest of Caden Lopez, according to professional engagement farmers on Twitter.
Blah, 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 blah. Was arrested for throwing dildo, yada, yada, yada. He has been charged with assault and disorderly conduct. Bro got arrested for being the most accurate shooter in the WNBA.
This would be incorrect. He actually failed at throwing the dildo and whacked a 12-year-old girl and her uncle in the head.
Which makes it even more funny.
18-year-old Caden Lopez of Waddell attempted to throw a green sex toy onto the court, but it did not reach the court. Instead, it hit a 9-year-old girl and her uncle attending the game. Lopez told police he purchased the sex toy the night before after seeing other incidents on social media.
He's a monster.
Cunningham did get whacked by a dildo. So that part's true, it just wasn't by Lopez. And she seems to be the only attractive and fun girl in the entire league.
There's actually been 3 dildos that have been thrown, which is insane, all green. And I was like, hey, like, this is gonna be a thing. Like,
well, I saw that they offered. You're not allowed to talk about this, so you probably can't even respond to what I'm going to say. But there were betting lines for the next colored dildo thrown on the court in a WNBA game.
There's betting lines for everything,
and people could like bet on the number. Yeah, and it was like sunset rainbow, like plus like 50 grid or whatever. Yeah, and I guess green is just like the go-to now.
Dude, the funny thing is like my parents and my sister, they literally text me after or before every single game, like saying good luck, like da-da-da, you know? And my mom, I'll send it so everyone can see this. But my mom, she goes, instead of like my good luck text, she goes, watch out for flying dildos tonight. And then the other one said, did you really just post the dildo tweet? It got some legs. And she goes, it's funny, a lot of others think so too. Did you see the dildo hit the court? I was like, I never thought that I'd be talking about this with Mama P.
I'm with my sweet mom. Did you see the response to your tweet that like ratioed you?
No.
So you said stop throwing dildos on the court, you could get hurt. And someone said, well, stop playing basketball on the dildo range.
The WNBA put up a no-bag policy in place to stop the rampant dildo chuckers. But fans began taping
Dildos to their bodies to sneak them in game. I'm not even joking.
I mean, that's kind of where you would, you know.
Too early in the morning, sir. It's so early.
On August 7th, the fourth dildo was thrown. This time it was purple, breaking from the green trend. At least 2 dildos were thrown that night during the same game, leading to outrage from some massive homosexual on Twitter.
As the fourth dildo makes its grand entrance into the court during a WNBA game, why am I not shocked that the MAGA crowd is treating this like the highlight reel? Then again, it's probably the closest they've ever been to a women's sport or women's anything.
Oh, you got
Yeah, I don't really go close to women's sports.
him there, Brian. The Zing King roast those chuds again.
The internet was memeing so hard, and it was actually a really fun time for about 2 weeks there. I can't really show you most of these memes because YouTube is lame.
Maybe one interview from an upset old lady.
Throwing things onto the court. Obviously, you guys know what the object is. And I just want to comment on, this has been going on for centuries. The sexualization of women. This is the latest version of that. And it's not funny.
He's not funny at all.
Ah yes, sexualization. Yeah, it couldn't be that people were just throwing them because it's funny and they're easier to throw.
For either Kelsey or Wakia, there was a moment.
I mean, it has a chance of like plopping right on the thing, so it just flaps around. You know?
In the second quarter, when something was thrown onto the court, and it's not the first time it's happened at a WNBA game within the last week, I guess. I'm just wondering, like, what was your reaction? What do you think about this happening across the league?
I'm going to steal that question. I think it's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's
corny.
It's stupid. We take our. It's also dangerous, and player safety is number one. Respecting the game, all those things. I think it's really stupid. That's all I'm going to say.
A reporter for ESPN scored an interview with a member of the Crypto Bros tossing these phallic objects in the league.
Crypto Group says it orchestrated the sex toy tossing in the WNBA games. A self-described cryptocurrency enthusiast,
Which means it's some dude who probably has like a few ETH and a fraction of a Bitcoin,
told ESPN that he is part of a group that orchestrated recent sex toy stunts that have disrupted at least 3 WNBA games in the past 10 days. The man who spoke on the conditions of anonymity over video conference Wednesday said the stunts...
I think doing this is so kind of dumb in my opinion, because you actually have to go to the WNBA game. like who has that kind of time?
...were meant to make crypto coins that his online community created. The NBA and all its controversy, he said, made the league a logical target. It was more or less like an opportunistic approach to, what's already trending, he said, where there is already controversy, and how do we intercept some of that attention? The man who uses Lieutenant Daldo Rain as his username on X, a nod, he said, to the Brad Pitt character in the movie Inglourious Bastards, kept the camera off and refused to give his name or age during the call with ESPN. The group, he said, wants to reclaim the creative and community aspect of the crypto world. We really want to make memes funny again, he said.
Are we gonna get dildo crypto?
I can't even be mad at that. Make memes funny. I'm with that.
Currency, is that where we're going with this? How do you become a journalist and not even know you're being, messed with? This guy listened to this and said, oh, yeah, this sounds like something the Chuds would do. I'm breaking news. He thought he was talking to Deep Throat from Watergate, but for dildos at the WNBA. God help us all, things are stupid. As for today, it's the 19th, and there hasn't been a rogue dildo in sight since.
Like I said, I feel sorry for these people that are throwing these dildos out there. Like, they actually had to go to the WNBA game. Like, I feel bad for them. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time.